Welcome everybody to the one and only Real Spit on POLLINS TV. We are in the middle of a part 2 in season 2. And on that last show, which will be in your description so you can watch that to get caught up, we're talking about the dangers of internet. I'm talking about like Facebook, Twitter, and everything like that. But in this part, in part 2, we talk about how all this fare in with the war on blacks. People probably wonder right now how he twisting the blacks into the internet. Stay tuned. We're going to hit you up and answer those questions. Hit those likes. Like we were saying, welcome to the show, season 2. Hit them likes. But let's get down to business. The war on black male continued, with the government always spying or finding a way to lock up tons of blacks. According to a report by Dan Fram from Harper Magazine in 2016 claims the war on drugs was a ploy by President Nixon to crush black and critics of the Vietnam War, associating heroin with blacks and weed with hippies. We also got J. Edgar Hoover. He targeted blacks, civil rights movements, and black leaders like the Black Panthers, Martin Luther King, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, and others. The objective is to expose, disrupt, misdirect, discredit, or neutralize racial rights and power points of what you're fighting for. Want proof? There's thousands of pages in the FBI databanks. Reagan attacked blacks with the war on drugs, with drug seizures and criminal persecutions. No matter the president, they boost racial cops to destroy black slums. The problem was the U.S. supplied the drugs to the slums to later bust the operation. In the 1980s, there was a link between the CIA, a San Francisco drug ring, and an LA drug dealer, similar to the show Snowfall. The government always had a mastermind plan to destroy the inner youth black America. Instead of rightfully black reparations, they spend money to destroy us. The war on drugs ended now. They're collecting our black souls by the internet. Watch yourself out there. The government is not in your corner. Dealing with weekly shootings of our brothers and sisters, mass incarceration of unjustness on us. We survived drug policies against the United States. 50 years war on drugs imprisoned millions of black Americans. The internet is now the new weapon. Not only do they use the internet in court, but cops are posting racial and violent comments on Facebook. Right here in North Charleston, South Carolina, they fired an officer for posting a picture of him wearing a Confederate flag underwear after that idiot killed those 9 black worshipers at the church downtown in Charleston. We talking Philly, we talking Chicago, amongst others. These cops are posting or going live displaying bias, violence, scoffing at the due process, or using foul language, mocking blacks, Mexicans, women, gay. They are celebrating racial movements. They are celebrating the Confederate flag, amongst other things. On top of that, they are using shady algorithms that barely work to lock up innocent
black reparations. The government spent money on seeing where the gunshots coming from. But this technology is destroying the black community. Shot spotters, a gunshot detection system used by the law enforcement in black and brown communities. No matter if it's fireworks, they locked up Michael Williams in Chicago. Algorithms and AI like shot spotters are becoming frequent in courtrooms and amongst law enforcement. Right now, the technology do not work well enough to have drastic effect on black community. We got Siri and Alexa. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. Barely work. Now you don't know when they're on or they're off. The fear is, are they using this technology to create havoc in the black community? Okay, we're gonna get down to the USA Patriot Act. That is a national surveillance law that allowed the government to spy on its own citizens. After the Bush administration, they bullied Congress after 9/11. The law grew more serious, especially in black communities, claiming they're protecting us, but it becoming a curse. Under the law, the feds can record search, look at an individual activity. Secret search, give them permission to search private property without notice to the owner. Surveillance search, created for information for foreign intelligence information. We got tap and trace, spying, collecting, addressing information about the origin and destination of communication as well as opposing to the content. The result is unchecked government power. I mean, to rifle through individual financial records, medical history, internet usage, bookstore purchases, library usage, we got travel patterns, or any other activity that leaves a record. The government no longer have to show evidence. FBI doesn't have to show reasonable suspicion. Showing you are a terrorist or something, or you are a target, the government do not need to show you. They are examining your personal life. These laws violate the Constitution in several ways. It violates the Fourth Amendment. It violates the First Amendment by freedom of speech. And not only saying that, we could tell what kind of last days we in by the coronavirus shots. I know everybody gonna say, the coronavirus shot. Yes, I am talking about the coronavirus shot. Because it stopped you from going to the club. It stopped you from going to the bar. It stopped you from traveling on a plane. You probably still can't travel on a plane. Stop you from all the entertainment of your life. I wonder what nationality the most haven't took the vaccine. And I bet and I put money on black folks. You ban them, making them take the shot, or you stop the entertainment. I know you probably don't see the danger in that, but in the future, they got the power to do a lot of things, including crush more black people. POLLINS TV, I hope you enjoyed part 2 of this series, and I hope you learned something. And if you didn't, look at the part 1 and take it to part 2, because you ain't been listening. POLLINS TV, real spit, let's